It's just... The car is totaled. 55 miles an hour and a couple of trees, I guess. I don't know. I know exactly what happened. I was driving and talking like I always do, and then that light was right there. It was suddenly right behind me. I jerked the wheel and I'm stuck out here. I don't even know where here is. I can't be out here. The man and those things, I can't. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Can't stay here. I need to find shelter. Or another car or something. Maybe I can make it back to Rockville. Take one of the cars that were there. I keep trying to tell myself that I'm gonna be okay, but I can't see how now. It's been getting cold at night, and I've been driving out here for days. I pulled everything I thought I could use and feasibly carry out of the car. We've got gas station snacks, 5 water bottles, a cell phone charger that, thank God, runs off of solar energy, some extra clothes, and a jacket. It's hardly a survival kit. That's what I've got. I smashed my head into the door when I crashed. I've got a big cut on my forehead, but while I look like an assault victim, at least the bleeding has stopped. And I don't feel nauseous or dizzy like I might have a concussion, so now I guess I need to get moving. I just found a sign for a hotel up the road. I've been walking all day. Best case scenario, I'll find a car that I can use at this hotel. Better yet, a hotel that hasn't been abandoned. It has a working phone. Worst case, I'll be able to hole up in one of the rooms. It becomes a question of how long I can get by out here without any real supplies. 12 granola bars, 2 bags of jerky, and some candy is only going to last so long. And water is an even shorter supply. On top of that, and I don't mean to go all George R.R. Martin up in here, but winter is coming. The nights are getting pretty cold now, and I've only got so many clothes. Starting a fire with sticks and rocks is just not a skill I ever learned. God damn it. I have no concept of the distance I've covered today. The sun is starting to fall now and it's going to get dark fast. I don't know if I've walked 10 miles, 20. All I know is I'm going to have to start looking pretty seriously at making a lean-to or something if I don't run into a building soon. I can't imagine having to sleep out here. It doesn't have signage, but it is a hotel. It uses regular-ass keys, so I've taken a lot of them from the office, and now I'm going to find a room that I can sleep in, and maybe in the morning I'll go through the rest of the rooms and see if there's anything of use here. There's trash all over the hallways, beer bottles mostly. Looks pretty good for an abandoned place. I'm thinking I'll probably collect a bunch of blankets to keep warm with. Seems like the TVs have been ripped out of the walls, but whoever did that left the alarm clock on the nightstand and the Bible in the drawer. Guess you can't sell those. Room 19 was occupied at some point, and the tenant left their stuff here. It's like every movie you've ever watched where the character had an obsession and stayed in a hotel. There's maps taped up onto the walls and papers scattered all over every available surface. What's fascinating about these, when I found so many weird notes already, is that these seem to have been written after the area was already abandoned. Like this one. It says, "I've been following a handful of old rumors told by superstitious men and women who say they knew people that lived in Rockville. I haven't found a single person who owns to having lived in Rockville themselves, though. I was unable to even locate the highway until I found an old journal in the attic of one of the families I interviewed. I think there's an allure in that. Mystery for the readership. What started as an article is quickly becoming my favorite obsession." And then there's this one. "All of Rockville County, not just the city itself, has been abandoned. Everyone I have been able to find has alluded to preternatural circumstances plaguing the area. Whoever was behind it must have been pretty convincing in order to clear the town. State ordinances have listed Rockville as abandoned, but it wasn't a mandate. The people just left. I've put myself up in an abandoned hotel and have started experiencing some weird sounds at night. At first I chalked it up to being isolated and paranoid, but there's definitely something out there. At least I can hear something moving around. I don't believe in ghosts, but when I go to look for the source of the noise, it's just gone. Just vanished. So tonight I'm going to stake out the hotel from the roof and wait. It's more than likely just an animal, but in the off chance it's a person, I'll wait it out." So those things were here too, then. I mean, what else could it have been, right? In the next entry, I've set up alarms. Crude alarms out of bottles and cans and fishing line. My rooftop stakeout did not reveal whatever has been stalking the hotel, but hopefully with my makeshift alarms I can figure out who's there. On another note, the journal I found mentions a couple other places along this highway. One of those places is a school about 3 miles from here. The journal says there was an accident there 15 years before the entry was written. It's not dated. And that 4 children went missing. I'll be headed there next to see if there's anything to indicate that the incident had something to do with Rockville's abandonment. That's the last entry. I kind of feel like a kindred spirit with this person. He or she came out here looking for answers too. Since there's no car in the parking lot, I have to assume they made it to the school. They didn't come back for their stuff, though. There's only one reason I can think why they wouldn't have come back for their stuff. I'm so exhausted from walking all day. I've made an oversized pillow and blanket pile, and now I'm curled up in it. Tomorrow I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. If I should stay here, keep trekking on until I get back to civilization. Can't believe I crashed the car.